What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan, and tonight we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Spurs, off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And checking out San Antonio, they've been on a tremendous run this season. All the pieces were in place coming into the year, and they haven't missed a beat. Great chemistry, great coaching, and potential to do some great things in the postseason.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. The wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. And it's MP in at the point. And for San Antonio, we'll see Barnes and Sohan playing forward. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And how about this run to the NBA Cup Championship for MP? From the start, he's made a point to tell us he wants the cup.
And his play has been incredible. MP's led this team. It's been about more than what he's done on the floor. He's also led by example. And tonight for MP, it's all about enjoying the moment, playing to your potential, and hoisting that trophy.
Hey, Shams, for the Bulls, the overall approach has seemed to be steady as she goes, stay in our lane, business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, a more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff.
What a silky floater from Paul, making a great decision there to beat the defense.
There's Ball with the three. A rebound by the Spurs. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still mattered. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your... like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin. I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a little high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to win forward.
And you always do. You always do. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Heat was outstanding. He finished up with 65 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is some...
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the floor.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. So the Bulls 5 right now. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The wingmen, White and Levine. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alteration. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Keldon Johnson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here's Paul, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Good on the 13-footer. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's the way Paul controls his body and gets into a position to shoot. Amazing.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Well, tonight has been the MP show. And guys, they have to keep it simple. Just keep feeding MP the ball and keep seeing him add to that point total. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Ball with the bucket.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lets it go from 14. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Paul's got 4 points this quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Deep two from Ball, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Paul goes in, rebounded by Vucevic. Now, here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Vucevic is screen on Paul. The three from MP. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls taking a 19-point lead into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the...
Tonight is what we've been waiting for, man. This is really the biggest game thus far in the season. Fans are loving it. It's now really a new favorite time of year, guys, I'm telling you. And you know, the best part of it, Ernie? It gets me excited for Thanksgiving.
Man, how quickly we go from hoops to food. I'm already getting excited about that big old fried turkey, the stuffing, some good gravy, mashed potatoes.
Oh, say more.
Make sure you thaw the turkey out first, Ernie.
And we've got some trades being made around the league. Always a compelling story.
Quality addition for them. Well, Nurkic is an enforcer on the boards. Who can score? Now, that's what makes him in demand. Louisville.
The math on this move checks out. Thank you for being with us.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. And after the intensity of these last few NBA Cup games, do you all think it'll be hard for these teams to settle back into the regular season?
They'll have to adjust their mindsets for sure. Back to thinking about the long haul, not the do-or-die scenario of the NBA Cup. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report.
Wow, Sohan just erupts off the floor for the dunk. A reminder of how athletic he is.
Traps in the tray.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Here's Paul. There's the drive, and he banks in the layup. Paul's got 8 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And once again, Coach, this storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And the 3 off target.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And Paul gets it to go in.
You gotta love how decisive Paul is. Phenomenal at making those fast, effective decisions. Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Here's Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, we've heard some veteran players. Spurs trail by 21. So the Bulls 5 right now. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. MP out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. Johnson can't hit. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Stretching out the defense. MP, impressive range shown there by the youngster.
Jones with it. Pass to Collins. Johnson with it. The shot from the low post is good. 9 points for Johnson.
Yeah, he's a very strong wing. Johnson is about 220 pounds, and he knows how to use his body.
Vassell against Giddey. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot over Williams. Another miss by Johnson.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
MP, no good.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Vassell. It's all in by the Bulls. MP's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
High post, Johnson. Vucevic on him. From the high post. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And good! He hits it again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Jones, the pass to Collins. Now, Vassell. Vucevic defending. Collins setting the pick for Vassell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Ball with the bucket.
Coming right back. MP with a huge three.
Outside Collins. Here's Jones. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Ball from long range. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Vassell finds Jones. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Johnson. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Giddey. And a deep three from Ball. Collins grabs the miss. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Champagnie. No good from outside. Here's Chicago. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Jones, no one around him. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. MP outside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And they've done it. What a moment for this team to lift that NBA Cup over their heads. Pure glory.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.